On this 2020 to 2025 Honda CR-V Hybrid, P006A is a mass airflow sensor range or performance code. In plain terms, the PCM may be seeing a mismatch between the air measured by the MAF sensor and the air it expects based on manifold pressure. The vehicle may have a warning light, may feel off under load, or may not have an obvious drivability complaint. Keep the diagnosis broad at first. Possible fault areas can include the air cleaner and intake tract, PCV and purge connections, air duct or housing issues, and the MAF sensor or IAT sensor one signal area. The logic here is command versus response style. The controller is comparing two ways of calculating airflow, and it sets P006A when that comparison falls outside its expected range. Before diving into P006A, start with the basic system checks and follow a structured diagnostic approach. If baro sensor-related codes are present, deal with those first. They can affect the same airflow calculation, so clearing that context before chasing the MAF side keeps you from diagnosing the wrong end of the system. Next, work through the airflow path inspections. The air cleaner element is part of this check, but the detailed pass-fail criteria for that specific inspection are not available here, so do not make up a standard for it. Treat that as a pause point and use the approved air cleaner inspection information available to you before moving on. After that, inspect the intake air system and PCV system, then the intake air duct and air cleaner housing. The goal is to find connection problems, damage, or blockage before blaming the sensor data. Now confirm the fault before component testing. Enter maintenance mode and start the engine. Hold engine speed at 3,000 RPM with no load in P or N until the radiator fan comes on. Then turn the vehicle to OFF lock mode. After that, test drive the vehicle for several minutes in the same range as the captured onboard snapshot parameters: engine speed, vehicle speed, MAP sensor voltage, and TP sensor. Monitor HDS OBD status for P006A. This separates reproducing the monitor from the physical inspections and sensor checks. For the intake air and PCV visual check, inspect the PCV valve, PCV hose, and purge line for connection condition and damage. The expected result is that the connections are okay and there is no damage. If that check is abnormal, the problem is in the intake air system or PCV system components. Then check the intake air duct and air cleaner housing for connection condition and blockage. The expected result is that the connections are okay and there are no blockages. If that check is abnormal, the problem is in the intake air system components. If the airflow path checks do not explain it, move to the MAF functional inspections. With the engine stopped, confirm the HDS MAF sensor reading. Normal here is about 0.2G/S. If that is not correct, the fault area is the MAF sensor or IAT sensor 1. For the next check, enter maintenance mode and start the engine. While varying engine speed between 2,000 RPM and 3,000 RPM. Confirm that the HDS MAF sensor value changes with engine speed. If it does not respond with the engine speed change, the fault area is again the MAF sensor or IAT sensor 1. The key with P006A is not to jump straight to the MAF sensor. First, clear any airflow calculation context that could mislead the test, then confirm the code under the captured conditions, inspect the intake and PCV path, and only then judge the MAF data against the functional checks. Keep the verification separate from the component testing, and confirm the code stays gone after the fault is corrected. For more diagnostic training, visit stepdiagnostics.com.